Hello students, today class we are going some of the stereochemistry set previous year questions. Here the first question was the most stable conformation of 1,2-difluoroethane and di-2,3-butane diol are. So here usually staggered conformation will be the more stable conformation in every case, but actually in the 1,2-difluoroethane case what is happening, both fluorine groups are stabilized in the Gaussian conformation rather than staggered conformation. The reason why, because here you can notice in the Gaussian conformation these are stabilizing because of its hyperconjugation between these CH electrons and the CF electrons. So actually the electrons are donating from CH sigma bond orbitals to the CF sigma star anti-bonding orbital. Such stabilization interactions are only possible in the case of Gaussian conformation. So that is the reason in the 1,2-difluoroethane usually when two fluorines are Gaussian to each other, then only the conformation will become stable. So here in this case Gaussian, but here it is staggered, and again here it is staggered, and here it is. So we can eliminate option B and option D. Option B and option C we can eliminate. So next one is 2,3-butane diol. So coming to the 2,3-butane diol, the 2,3-butane diol, the two OH groups are Gaussian to each other, then that will get stabilized by the hydrogen bonding. So that will be considered as more stable. As we already eliminated option B and option C, coming to option A and option D, in this case only here is the hydrogen bond formation is possible. So that is the reason. So in the 1,2-difluoroethane case, this Gaussian conformation is stable, and in this case the staggered two methyl groups will become more stable. So option D will be the right answer. So coming to the next question. So the stereo descriptors, the stereochemical descriptor from the atoms labeled HA and HB in the structures respectively are. So here if you notice these structures, the first case X, we can notice here these are the two hydrogens here. So if you notice these two hydrogens, what is happening? So the two hydrogens which are just adjacent to the chiral carbon. If any carbons which are just adjacent to the chiral carbon, or if it is hydrogens are cis trans isomers, those considered as a dash stereotopic hydrogens. Generally we will define dash stereotopic if the atoms are replaced by any test group like deuterium or something like test group, it results dash stereomers, then the atoms are said to be dash stereotopic. So adjacent to the chiral center is always dash stereotopic, or else cis trans isomers also dash stereotopic. Here we can notice this is adjacent to the chiral carbon, and also these two hydrogens if you replace with deuterium, so that are going to produce dash stereomers. That's why these two hydrogens are interrelated to each other, dash stereotopic. So here X is dash stereotopic, only option C will be the right answer. So here option C is the right answer. So the right answer is option C. Next, coming to this one, here what is this one? These two hydrogens. So if any replacing test group atoms produces identical molecules, then those considered as a homotopic. Even though if you are replacing with deuterium, then also that is going to give a same identical molecule. That's why Y is homotopic. Coming to this one, enantiomers. If suppose these atoms are replaced by equivalent any other test group like deuterium, it results in enantiomers like R and S isomers. Those considered as a enantiotopic. Here you can notice if you replace HA and HB with deuterium, it is going to produce a enantiomers. That's why it is a enantiotopic. So option C will be the right answer. So coming to the next question. So the maximum number of stereoisomers possible for the given compound. So here how we can notice this compound is a biphenyl compounds. Usually the biphenyl, the rings are different plane due to repulsions between the substituents. Hence the suitable substituents leads to the optical activity. So the compound itself optically active. So the maximum number of stereoisomers possible for the compound is 4. How we can say? The stereoisomers, because of one chiral carbon present here, chiral carbon is present. So at the same time, here the compound is biphenyl derivative and its rotation around the single bond is restricted due to its steric reason. So this is also going to produce another 2 more stereoisomers. So that is the reason this compound is actually having total 4 possible isomers. So the total number of possible isomers are 4. So coming to this one, the biphenols is, so this question actually related to the conformation of combination of stereochemistry and as well as optical isomerism. There is no doubt that the compound biphenols is optically active. Why? Because the compound exists as two separate enantiomers, and because these are related to the each other enantiotopic and enantiomers, and also here the rotation of the bond is restricted. You can notice here the rotation of this bond is restricted. So that's why the compound is no doubt that is optically active. Now the question is whether that is R configuration or S configuration. How we can say whether that is R or S configuration? See, if the thick line means that is nearer to the plane, which is represented in horizontal line, and this normal line means, as I said, far to the observer, then that is represented vertical. So if you give the priority numbering in the horizontal 3, 4 and vertical first 1, 2, so it will rotate as anti-clockwise, so that is S biphenyl. So our compound is this one. So this is far to the observer and this is nearer to the observer. So which is nearer to the observer, that is horizontally represented, and where here OH is there. So the priority first goes this one 3 and 4, and vertical first priority wherever OH is there 1 and 2. So in this case, if you give the priority accordingly so that the rotation is happening clockwise direction, so that's why it is a R biphenyl. So the compound which they have given in the question is R configuration and it is optically active. So option A will be the right answer. So coming to the next question. So they have given the following columns like column 1 and column 2. They are asking to match these two. Here normally in biphenols or binaphthyl compounds derivatives, if both aromatic ring systems are asymmetrically substituted, then those compounds are said to be chiral, that we all know, right? So as a chirality of this structure is originate not only from the asymmetric substituents but also from the asymmetric axis. So here you can write, so the reason for the chirality of this compound is asymmetric axis, so that is also called as chiral axis. So for the A you can write it as 2. So next coming to this one, this is actually having a planar chirality. So planar chirality usually arises if it is appropriate substitute planar groups or atoms which are or else ring systems is bridged by a linker chain and extending in a space above or below to the plane. This is considered as in plane, and this is above to the plane, and this is the below to the plane, which is extending right in the space. So these are the common examples cyclophanes which are used to have planar chirality. So here the option B is having a chiral plane. So you can write the B is 3 and A will be the 2. Next the last one is this one. So this is actually having a helical chirality. What is mean by helical chirality or helices? The helical chirality is due to its enantiomeric forms, and which is only possible in the phenanthrene derivatives and benzoyls. Here this is a phenanthrene derivative which is having a helical chirality. So option C is having 4. So the right answer will be a option C. So our next question was, among the following pair of resolvable configurational enantiomers is given by. So they have given a set of enantiomers. They are asking which can be resolvable, which can be separable, so which are not identical. So for that, here the 1,2 substituent they have given. So the first one is 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane. They have not given the structures. Imagine in the 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane, we can also write above to the plane and below to the plane of both substituents. And as they have given cis, it must be same, right? It must be same to the plane, either above or below to the plane. So in this case, you can exactly having a plane of the symmetry, you can observe here in this molecule. As it is having a plane of symmetry, so it cannot be considered as a resolvable configuration. Coming to this one, this is 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane. Similarly, you can substitute here 1,3 positions. In this case also, you can exactly cut the molecule equal halves and it is having a plane of symmetry. So this is also not considered as a chiral. Coming to cis 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Same, the molecule is having a plane of symmetry. And the last one is trans 1,3-dimethyl cyclohexane. Trans means one will be above to the plane, one will be below to the plane. So you cannot cut the molecule equal halves because one is above, one is below. So the molecule do not have any plane of symmetry, considered as chiral. So which can be resolvable, considered as a resolvable configuration, enantiomers. So option D will be the right answer. Coming to the next question. The molecule that exists as meso. So any compound to exist as meso should not have containing any of symmetry elements like plane of symmetry or center of symmetry. So here you can notice this structure, the first one, that is a K structure. In the K case, the 1,3 substituents are same above to the plane, and also you can notice this is having a plane of symmetry. So that's why here also you can notice 1, 2 also both are above to the plane, it can also having a plane of symmetry. So both the KL exist as meso structures due to the plane of symmetry. So here to exist meso, you should cut the molecule equal half. So these both the structures are having plane of symmetry. Due to plane of symmetry, so this will exist as a meso structures. And the last one is considered as a chiral, which do not have any plane of symmetry, and it is a chiral, so it cannot be considered as a meso compound. It is a optically active compound. So this will be considered as optically inactive meso structures. So both K and L will be the right answer. So here option B will be the right answer. So thank you for watching this video.